Most people are unwilling to deal with the emotional discomfort that takes place between the no and the yes, and actually seek to avoid this emotional exchange at almost all costs. This retreat and desire to avoid emotional output is a retreat from life itself, and definitely a retreat from success. You have to be willing to handle anything and everything, including the emotional output from others, in order to be with them and accomplish anything in life. Okay, what I'm talking about is not pulling back when somebody gets ferocious or loud or noisy or angry or, I want to leave. You have to be willing to handle people emotionally. When it comes to negotiations, agreements, decisions, and money, the close, people get emotional. And most of it is only an emotional response that has actually nothing to do with you or even your proposal. But you have to be trained to make nothing of it, right? Some guy's getting emotional in my face. I got to get out of here. I've been here too long. This is ridiculous. I expected it to be. Look, you got to be in a position to make nothing of it. Acknowledge your prospect. I understand. I know how you feel. And avoid becoming emotional as well. Look, people get funny when it comes to making decisions. You ever notice yourself when it comes to making a decision? You get a little weird. And especially weird when it comes to money. So you need to train yourself, literally drill handling people logically, not emotionally. This is a myth in selling. In the close, you do not want to be emotional, you want to be logical. In the close, you want to be non-emotional, let them be emotional. You don't want to be negatively impacted from their emotions, positive or negative. See, emotion comes from the word to move. If the buyer is not emotional, they're not going to move. So emotions are good. Even anger is better than apathy. Without emotion, you will not get a movement to close. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you come home and your girlfriend or your boyfriend says, I'm done, I'm not angry, I'm just done, or she's angry or he's angry, okay, what would you rather have? I'm done or I'm angry? Hey, if she's angry or if he's angry, at least you're still in a relationship. When they're done, they're done. The point is, you want your buyer. It's not bad to have a buyer that's emoting, but it is absolutely critical that you don't get all emotional. When your prospect starts emoting, he or she is simply expressing some emotion that should not be giving more value than it deserves. Look, instead of getting emotional too in the close, okay, remain calm. God's screaming at you. Stay calm, remain calm, stay interested. Stay interested in them even though they're upset, and continue negotiating until you get the close. Don't run from the discomfort. Don't try to hide from it. Don't pretend it isn't happening. And absolutely do not react. Stay calm. Remain focused on what you're there to do. Your job's not to get angry as well. Your job is to close the deal. Look, you got to get yourself handled on how you perceive emotions. Someone gets angry with you for trying to close the deal. You're trying to close and they get angry on a product they love that will help them, that you know is the perfect product for them. Why would you get emotional? Let them get emotional. So what? They're getting all, man, the payments are too high. I can't afford it. Well, that's not my fault, right? There's no reason to get emotional. Maybe you have some emotions that aren't handled in your own life. They get angry and you're like, oh, that's my daddy that was getting angry when I was 6 years old. You got to handle that. Would you rather no emotion from the customer or anger? Zero. I'm just going to go home and think about it, not interested right now. Or would you rather, hey, that's too high? I'd rather that's too high. I'd rather the anger. I'd rather the emotion. Would you rather outspoken or unspoken? I'd rather outspoken. Look, if you don't learn to make nothing of the negative emotions, you will always be a slave to whatever others are actually emoting.